now that we've gotten, everybody's updating their pipeline, all your information's in CRM, all the data's perfect, all your contacts in there, everything's clean. How complete is your story? How complete is your story when you look at an individual customer? You look at a company, let's take a B2B example. Well, I'm of the belief is that if you're not also looking at what's happening out there outside of your company, you're only getting half the story, you're only seeing half the customers. So one of the projects that I worked on at one point was we took a CRM tool that was B2B and we linked it with a third-party news data consolidating tool. With D&B, I'll just be upfront with it, Dun & Bradstreet. And what we had to do was, there was a lot of steps in place to be able to get that system to sit alongside of our system. But the goal was, at the end, was that you were able to not only within your CRM system see all of the pipeline and all of the activities and all of the information that was happening with the team, the sales, the client-facing staff across the organization, but you could now pull in things like, what is the SWOT analysis on the company? What are their strategic initiatives? We could pull in the finances, and we can start to report on that. We could put an event into someone's calendar to say, this company's earnings call is happening on Tuesday of next week. Here's the dial-in information here, you should listen to that. Now, I don't know about what your experience is, but my experience with LinkedIn is that whenever I have a meeting and I have those contacts in my Outlook calendar, now that they're connected with Microsoft, and I literally just got one for this presentation that says, you're having a 3 o'clock meeting today, and the host of the conference, his name was linked on it, and said, look at his profile and prepare for the meeting. So technology is starting to say, you have to look at external data, and they're starting to make it easier for you to be able to do that. Now, D&B allows you to take information from that external source and pull it into your CRM tool. Whether it's at the company level or at the contact level. Tell you a story. I was working with a salesperson, a pretty senior salesperson at a company who was responsible for all of the automotive sales from a financial services perspective into the automotive industry. And of course they had Ford, and of course they had GM, and they had all of the traditional players. And Tesla, I asked about Tesla. Are you responsible for Tesla? And he said, yeah, but I don't even have it in the CRM system right now because I don't even know anybody at Tesla. I don't even know who I'm supposed to call over there. So the question was to him, I said, well, let's take a look at the D&B database and see what information they have there. So we went into the D&B via our CRM solution, and you can see the description of the company, all of the information. I said, hit that import button, and boom, all of it uploaded immediately into the CRM tool. I said, okay, now let's look at all of the contacts that they have. Ed, they have 1,300 contacts. How am I going to find the 3 that I need? What department do they belong in? He said, finance. Okay, well there's a section that allows you to see the different groups. There's a marketing group, here's a finance group, here's a sales group. Click on finance. In there was all of the finance leaders for the company. And he could literally click on the individual contacts and upload them from D&B right into his CRM solution. I don't know if he made a sale, but I can tell you that him having that information, having to type all that information manually, would have taken them probably a better part of an afternoon, where I had that completely uploaded for him and ready for him to be able to work on opportunities and start making contact with that customer within 5 minutes. Also, it was connected to LinkedIn, so he could start to look at those LinkedIn profiles. And if you're not looking at LinkedIn before you're meeting with the customer, they're looking at you. They're looking at your profile. So I would kind of stress that was really important. There's other people from a news perspective. I think it's critical to be able to walk into a meeting, and it's happened to some of our salespeople where there's a big announcement that morning and having to do with the customer, and they have no idea, like a merger and a takeover. So having all of these things and being able to push those things to your sales organization, to give them the insight, to give them the knowledge, to be able to help them be more effective in the next meeting that they have with the customer and the next conversation that they have with the customer. And then, from a planning perspective, be more strategic.